silicone molds and see if we have a texture sheet that makes a diamond pattern. Ooh. Alternately, we could get a piece of clay, texture it, and then wrap it into a circle. Do you know what I mean? Like texture it first and then make it into the shape. And see, right now the lines are looking kind of funky chunks though. I am not appreciating how uneven they look. I don't like it. I want the lines to look better, and I think we can do better. And so I'm trying to figure out how we can make the lines look better, because look at the back of this. Like, what the fuck is that? And the front looks okay, but only okay. And I'm wondering, this is one of those things, whatever you do, do it well. I don't know. I'm wondering if there's not a feasible way that we can make this look less slumpy. Stick a magnet on it, it's fine. Am I being too fussy? Ooh. I think the squares are a little too big, but look at we could roll it sideways through the Hershey bar pattern. The boxes are too big, but it's a close idea. I don't know if we have. Ooh. What about that? It's not perfect lines, but what if we rolled it across that? Okay, that's a maybe. We're seeing what else we have in texture sheets. We got cobblestones, weird lines. I think that's a better option than those weird lines. That's way too big. This would work great if we were trying to make a full-size pineapple. Look at that. That's like pineapple-tastic. Yeah, and the rest of these are like pretty lace patterns and stuff. I got a mermaid tail. I got, what's this? What's this? I got wood grain flower. Ooh! I don't know, it's kind of big, but it also looks kind of super pineapple-y. Like, does it not? Is it just me? Like, if we could smush that onto something, it just reminds me of a pineapple. Okay. I think this one falls under cute, too big. For Aries, no, big pineapple! Right? Okay, hang on. We're going to grab some scrap clay. Namely, this dude's hat. We're going to unroll it, re-roll it, and then what we need is... Oh, can I pick this up with my foot? I don't know. I can with both feet. Ew. Okay, so this is cornstarch. Just literally cornstarch from the store. Anytime we want to use a mold like this, these are silicone. Silicone wants to be best friends with polymer. It wants to stick to it in a big way. Sam put little Pete's. I have very prehensile toes. Alright, but no, this time I was just using my feet. So, silicone wants to become best friends with polymer and vice versa. Anytime you touch those two things together, they're like, oh my god, let's be best friends, 5 Eva, and you're like, no! And so what we do is we put a fine coating of cornstarch on this thing. And if you'll notice, I'm adding cornstarch and it's kind of just disappearing. Part of it's just puffing out into the air, of course. But in doing this, we're trying to cover every tiny surface of every tiny hole of the portion of the mold we're going to use. So this is what it looks like before. Shiny, shiny, shiny. And then look, we're covering every surface. Sam says, don't sneeze, lol. Oh my god, if I sneezed into the cornstarch, especially since I have giant dad sneezes, it would be bad. It, like, seriously, we would probably have to end the stream. Because it would just be everywhere. Okay. So, now we have, this is our texture sheets. What I do with our hat. Here's the body. Here's the texture sheet. And here's our little hat. We're going to form it again into approximate pineapple shape. Oh my gosh. My best friend Nut Muncher here is here, you guys. Is that an H with an accent? Where do you even get an H with an accent? Oh no, I bet it's an N with an accent, so it looks like an H. They're getting around the filters. Interesting. Okay. So remember, we want a diamond pattern. Oh my god, yes. Look. It's not perfect, but we can actually freaking see it. And it's going to be about 37,000 times easier than trying to make fucking pineapple texturing ourselves. Heck yes. We're just going to do it carefully, then I might have to continue lines onto the, like, the very top of it. But oh my god, yes. That is going to be way easier. And I thought it would look super floppy. It does not. Seems I can't see it well on mobile. Girl, I gotta tell you, I'm looking at it in person, and I can barely see the lines. Dirty was, I went to ban it when I clicked the ban button, and it scrolled up, and I accidentally clicked the link. No! And Sam says, oh, that's it, Dirty Blood. You need a new computer. Not a new computer, sorry. A new board for that one. A new whatever. SSD? That thing? Hey, can you take mine out of my old computer? Or is that what died on mine? So we are just adding, once again, a bunch of cornstarch to this because we really do not want it to stick. Okay, so now what we're going to do we're going to take oh, just kidding. This has already become one. This one is the way it is. We will dust some chalk pastels on it later, but it has already become best friends with the body. It is not going anywhere. So we're not going to argue with it. We're going to say, okay, cool. So let's do this one. Okay, so since we want to be able to like smush it and do our thing a little bit, we're going to start with it a little kind of shorter, or like a little more stout than we want it to end. Almost perfect, but not quite. I think we want to roll it around and then roll its top like that. And we're going to use a different one so that one can rest for a minute. But no, I think we've got the right idea here. Let's let the texture sheet do some of this finer work. We will do other stuff. We're going to give it a nice pineapple-y shape. And then again, we're going to squish it down a little. Hey, look at that. Not every side is perfect, but look at that. That basic pineapple texture is right there. And that is so much easier for us. Once we attach it to the body, we're going to let it rest, and then we're going to get a little fine thing and like kind of continue some of the lines. Sam says, nice, right? I think that's going to give these a nice line, like on the hats, without us having to spend 7 hours trying to draw like perfectly spaced lines. Okay, we need to get rid of those things from that the bot rate. I don't know if they're connected in any way. I just then I think about it and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that, so I just don't. See, so we're just gonna tap tap tap, get our little friend doing good. Now it just needs a nice defined beard. Oh, I was going to say we were supposed to try the chalk pastels on one of these before we continued, and then we got distracted and we did not. What, us? Get distracted? Never! Harry says, I'm back! Hi. I know you'll be shocked to hear this, but I was just saying that we were supposed to be doing something, but then we got distracted. I know. Truly unbelievable that we would do that. Harry says, who? Us? But look at the pineapple-y texture on this friend's hat. And it's still going to get some coloring with chalk pastels, and then also just some additional work on the lines, and then a little green top. And that's our second pineapple head. They definitely are not twins. They're not even brothers. They're like third cousins. That's okay. We support their pineapple-y right to be their pineapple selves. Because that hat was supposed to be bigger. Why are the... Oh no, these are because we were going to do a test of the chalk pastels. We really should do that. So we're just going to go simple and go green. See, there's our little texture, and this is not going to be the color we would eventually use. This is a color that I made to be dirt on carrots. But all we really need is a little bit of brown to see what a little bit of brown looks like. See? Look at that. And it wouldn't be exactly this brown. It would be a richer one, because this was made to be dirt. And so it'd be a more orangey brown, probably. But if you look at that, we can definitely see it. Yay! And hang on, we're just going to get rid of this tiny piece of paper that has old chalk pastels powdered onto it. Dude, put one on a pizza. Oh, a whole pineapple on a pizza. That would actually be really cute. Oh, pineapple on pizza, and a little gnome on a pizza. Well, I was going to say they're going to be magnets. That one could be a shelf sitter. Alright, we got 4 more pineapple pieces, 4 more bodies, and we pretty much already know that we're going to end up cutting down all of the bodies way smaller, which is fine. Changing the size of a body that we've already made is incredibly easy. And our hands, there's something about these colors. They just want to linger on my hands, and now they got my pineapple dirty. Gosh, French and 2 stars. As I just say, and then we're going to put crap on the outside. But not yet. But yeah, as I was explaining this earlier, one corner of our house is plumbed. Our kitchen, our 1 bathroom, and our laundry. Yeah, see, these colors just want to get funky. It's been like my whole day cleaning off my hands. And also, even if I did have a sink in the same room, I'd probably end up doing this, because polymer colors don't come off of your hands with soap and water, really, because that's not a water-based item. Polymer is a plastic, and so it's not water soluble, and so it just doesn't really, like, maybe you can scrub it off when you're washing your hands, but if you use something like alcohol, it will actually, like, pick it up and remove it, so it is no longer on your hands joining onto your next project. See? We just did this, and there's already more. Alright. Okay. So we're going to take, because look, we want a smaller body for this size of hat, so we're going to go slice. But yeah, so one of the things that we did this weekend in our house was unpacked boxes of books and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff that had been in boxes since we moved here 2.5 years ago. So I share that at least partially to, like, if you're living somewhere and all your stuff isn't unpacked or something like that, it's not just you. It's not just you. It happens, and then we get, because it's in a box, we forget we own it, and then we just end up, we get used to seeing the pile of boxes, and so we just kind of go, whatever. It's not just you, and it's never too late. Like, seriously, we got the carpet done in our new bedroom, and so that enabled us to like start like a giant Tetris game of like, oh, we'll move our bed here. Oh, well, now there's room in here for this. And so now we have a giant shelf in there, and then we went and got another bookshelf. And it's just, oh my God, it's so nice after them just sitting around forever. So just have faith in yourself. There's, like, you still might unpack those. You can do it. Sam says, pizza. I already had pizza twice today. And it's really good, but it's like, no, you eat a bunch and you're like, oh my God, pizza. But yes, I can't have like any of the fun sauces at the pizza place or any of the dips or meats. But I got to have stuffed crust pineapple black olive pizza, and it was really good. Oh, I'll take some for lunch tomorrow. Ooh, look at me making tomorrow's lunch just now in my brain. Yay me. Not even the garlic butter? No. When I get pizza from Little Caesars, I can't order online because there's no button on the online ordering to click no butter parm on the crust. And so I always have to call them on the telefono and order pizza and be like, can I get this and this? And no butter parm. No butter parm. Because I cannot. And the thing is, I literally worked at a pizza place for years. Luckily for me, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't even fucking care. So, but yes, they are very good at not putting the butter parm on my pizza. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, you to calling, exactly. See, I worked phones for years. I do not mind making phone calls in the fucking slightest. I've totally made phone calls for friends, for, like, I'm the designated phone person for family stuff. Like, I'll call a stranger right now and ask them what's up. I don't even care. I hate it. I know a lot of people who do. And it isn't always my favorite. It's not, always my favorite thing to do, but I also have to do it for work. And I have had to in, like, pretty much all of my jobs. And so, after a while, you're like, yeah, what are they going to do? Not like me? Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, I understand that it, like, wigs other people. And so if there's a situation where, like, basically, I'm with all the friends and we can't figure out, like, is this place open or not, and somebody needs to call, and this, of course, when we lived in a different town and knew people and had friends, somebody has to call and find out if they're open. It's like, everyone just looks at me, I'm like, yep, I'll call them, I don't give a shit. Okay, we're letting that kind of relax and cool down, and in the meantime, we're going to get our texture sheets ready. And we don't want to start slacking because it's been working. Like, oh, nothing's gotten stuck yet. Yeah, nothing's gotten stuck yet because we put a bunch of fucking cornstarch on it. It says that's what Google Maps is for. Lol. I'm talking about like on a holiday or something. Like when you're like, I don't know, it's the 4th of July. Is that bar open? Like that kind of just. But yes. And if I wasn't there and the introverts couldn't find it on Google Maps, they would either not go or just drive past. I'm like, well, just call them on the phone and they'll tell us. Okay. Alright. So So here's our little texture. And see, the texture is not flawless, but we are privileged to get to choose the cutest side, face that outward, and then once these have rested and before we do chalk pastels, we'll look at them and see if we can easily draw in some more lines that make them look better. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to spend our entire night poking at it, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe we are. Who knows? Oh, cute, cute. So, did everyone get to do, like, a thing they wanted this summer? Like, at least one thing? We talked about this a while ago, but this was, like, weeks ago, and people were still kind of like, oh, I've got this, or it's a while till that. And so, I, in a way, accomplished way more than I ever thought probably in over these summer months. Because not only do we finally get our mini splits installed, we finally got that, like, our new bedroom carpeted. In my new bedroom, I mean just that we have turned the formal dining room into our room, our bedroom. All of that got done this summer. And so it's not like it was like, oh my gosh, exciting vacation plan. It was, that's what I wanted to get done this summer. And I did way more than I thought I would. And I am loving it. Oh, Sam says kids recital. Dude, you got to see, yeah, you getting to see the kids recital and getting to see them this summer, do stuff like that is, yes. Yay, yay, yay. Seriously, those are such precious memories. The kids will totally remember that you were there. Like, mm-hmm. Sam's like, yes, yes, they will, because I took pictures and I printed them out and... Oh. Sam says, bummed I missed my aunt's home and garden shows on my old job. That's a double bummer. Like work, like, you know, old job reminder and missing the thing. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But Lord, who knows what she'll be doing by this time next year. I'm excited for, like, the whole casino interview type thing. Because that can be the kind of job where something like your patience, like your just ability to be patient, is really the superstar. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's... I don't know. Everybody has certain things. Like, some people can get yelled at and not get upset. Some people are fine with, you know, covering every shift, you know, for whatever. Do you know what I mean? But just, maybe there's something in there, like, I don't know. I feel like there could be, like, just an excellent place for you to fit in the casino thing. And Sam says, I refuse to go back to that building for anything. But 20 minutes in the car with my stepdad, oh boy, lol. Well, here's the other thing. If you were going to a job that he wanted you to have, he might be less cranky-yanky in general. Not fully. Not saying he's gonna fucking, like, bebop it and be like, what's up, queen? No. But if you're, like, do you know what I mean? And even you trying, just saying, hey, you want me to do this thing? Yep, I'm there. I would set your alarm 15 minutes early that day, just so you can, like, be there in the kitchen first and be like, what's up, slug-a-bed? Not like that, but just, like, you know, just that you're there, you're ready, you're... But, Seems like I'm getting up early. I got a shower. Lol. Mm. Sorry. Early morning things stress me out because I don't like them. Okay, our gnomes are all looking incredibly different. It's like they're a gnome pineapple council, but they all got, like, they're drawn by animators, and so each of them has to look different or people won't be able to tell them apart. You know what I mean? This guy is clearly giant head. This guy is the short one. And this one's tall, skinny hat. Right?